Dear Diary, it's been a while since I graduated. 2.5 years probably. I think I was like 20 or younger than most of my friends when I graduated as far as I remember. Make me feel like I was ahead of my age. I had all the time in the world to just chill, take it easy and figure out what I want to do next. I was so used to being told what to do, and I was okay with that because it felt reassuring. And my next immediate plan was to apply to business schools my dad had picked out for me. And growing up being strongly academically inclined, he naturally picked out the most competitive ones. And of course, I did what I thought I had to do. I took more classes than I could handle. I was out of my house 5 days a week, from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m., attending several classes, chasing degrees, and my future business school dreams. Also, I just wanted to make my parents proud. It was my only goal then. I exhausted all my time and energy and barely ate or slept. It was probably the busiest I had ever been in my 23 years. And being busy is not the worst thing in the world. So it felt right. But no matter how much I thought I needed it, my heart was never truly in it. Eventually, the hunger and fight in me was dying, and I stopped attending my classes to take some time off. Some of my friends went on to grad schools by then, and I was starting to feel like I was falling behind my age. In my head, my time was running out, and I was losing a race that I realized now never existed. It's like you're in the last taking minute of an exam, and still got one question left, so panic creeps in, and you feel like you can't breathe. As time went by, I snowballed into existential crisis and began questioning my meaning, purpose, and value in life. When I was younger, I couldn't wait to grow up and become successful. But then I grew up and realized how unprepared I was for a life I never saw coming. I needed to unlearn the fairy tales I grew up with. I was so lost. I was desperately seeking solace by opening up to anyone because talking to someone had become a mainstream idea. I reached out to my parents, my siblings, and then my friends, including ones I haven't spoken to in years. But the more I did, the more I realized that no one really cares, and at the end of the day, no one really has your back but yourself. Most conversations are empty and soon forgotten, and most relationships are superficial. To those in my life who may be watching this, I know you all love me, but I'm sure you also know what I'm talking about, and I bet you can probably relate in some way too. Let's be real. We only really care about ourselves. Relying on people only led to disappointments. So I gave myself a clean slate and started thinking with only one thing in mind. Me. I dyed my hair, got tattoos, and took myself on vacations just because I wanted to. I was doing it for no one but myself, and it felt good. It made me happier, more hopeful, and enthusiastic about the future. I was excited to get my own place, maybe a car as well, and an opportunity to start a new chapter and discover new opportunities wherever I go, by myself, for myself. But then COVID-19 happened, and I got locked down. And just like everyone else, I wasn't sure what was happening at first. I was confused, enjoying the memes and connecting with more friends than I thought I had. To be honest, it felt refreshing to have nothing to think about and just helplessly wait until life goes back to normal. I restarted Netflix binges, shopping online excessively, and planning for a birthday that was never going to happen. Days went by, blending into weeks and then months, and yet I was apparently still holding up and doing fine, or even well, as many would say. I was picking up abandoned hobbies and discovering new skills every day. My business was booming. I started a YouTube channel and began posting often. I even found my ideal grad school and the opportunity to study in two of my favorite cities with full scholarships. When I put it all together like this, it all sounds like the life of my dreams from a few years ago. I was outperforming myself, earning and doing more than I ever thought I would be at my age. So what happens next? I bet you're expecting the happy ending that I was too. Spoiler alert. My crippling anxiety got to me. I had managed to convince everyone but myself that I was a boss, an inspiration, rich, pretty, strong, independent, and everything else I've always wanted to be. Truth is, the glory from financial independence, validation, and the material things I wanted did not last. The endless messages I was receiving was starting to make me feel like an imposter. The expectations felt like pressure, and I found myself back into that vicious race I was losing. As everything and everyone is starting to adjust to the new normal and moving on with their lives and graduating, or getting jobs, and even getting engaged and married, I feel more disconnected from reality than ever. I no longer have an excuse to do nothing, and that to me is the hardest part. Like everyone else, I should ideally be picking up from where I left off before the pandemic started, but for some reason, I don't even remember where I left off or what I wanted then. I really don't know what's the right thing to do next. I'm not sure where to build a home. The thought of committing to university again for 2 years really frightens me. I also have no real incentive to get a job since being self-employed fulfills my financial needs as of now, but nothing lasts forever. If I had just one wish, I would wish for a lifetime of happiness, or maybe someone to tell me what to do. But unfortunately for me, I'm an adult and I will have to figure it out on my own, and also because people are unreliable. It seems like I have enough plans and things to do, but I still feel lost, uninspired, and often frustrated. Working feels like an unproductive chore. Interactions and human connections got tiring. Recreational activities got boring, and my plans no longer excite me like they used to. Maybe I am finally processing the impact of quarantine or the solitary confinement and convinced myself I handled well. Or maybe my brain is just wired to expect too much from myself and think of the worst possible outcome. Maybe I'm just in denial of adulthood. Or maybe I'm too obsessed with an idea of success that isn't real. But without that idea, I lose my purpose. I am trying to change my lifestyle though. I deleted all my pictures from the past because I got tired of looking back. I got rid of half my clothes, makeup, and other possessions. I began driving on weekends to blow off steam. I wake up early and I continue to invest in self-care. I even got myself a diary to write down all my goals, however big or small they may be, so that I can tick off boxes and feel the sense of accomplishment that I crave so bad. I'm trying to adopt to minimalist ways lately by decluttering and removing anything that isn't adding value to my life. It has been helping me sleep better for sure, so that's a good sign. But I can't help but wonder, how does everyone seem so normal? Are they happy? Are they satisfied? Are they hopeful? Is their life easier? Do they really have everything figured out like they seem on Instagram? Or are they faking it? Am I the only one deep in the abyss of adulthood? I guess the line between what's real and what's not is getting blurry. I'm stuck in a bit of a whirl, and visualizing it into this video felt organic. The sense of accomplishment after uploading a video that perfectly embodies my vision is still something that feels glorious to me, and I hope the feeling lasts. Because the thought of it fading as well is unsettling. I don't mean to overshare, but if there's one thing that people can vouch for me, it's that I like to keep it real. And I really appreciate people who do, but no one shares, so I guess I'll never know how they all feel. But if you feel me in any way, and I hope this temporary moment of uncertainty doesn't last too long. I want the best things in life, and I want to change lives. I want to die knowing I have done enough. But until then, I will try to continue to take advantage of my special talent of being good at wasting time. And if you made it this far into my head, I hope you didn't cringe too much. And I hope everyone is doing well. And yeah, that's all I have for now. So, see you again soon.